Here is a problem of magnetic induction field. The problem says a system having twin thin and long cylindrical coaxial cells of radii 5 mm and 10 mm. This is 5 mm radius cell and this is 10 mm radius cell. The current in the inner cell is 5 ampere through z direction and the outer cell is 5 ampere through the opposite direction. We'll have to calculate the self-inductance of the system. Ampere's law says that integration over b dot dl equals to mu 0 into I enclosed. So if we draw ampere loop within R1 radius, then the current enclosed becomes 0, and the region for radius greater than R2, there also the current enclosed is 0, as plus 5 ampere and minus 5 ampere gets cancelled. So only magnetic induction field exists between the region of radius R1 and R2. Here we have drawn an instantaneous area of length dl and breadth dr, and this direction of this area vector would be along phi cap. Phi cap is considered the angular component of cylindrical coordinate system. So b equals to 0 for region less than R1, b equals to mu 0 I by 2 pi r for region R1 and region of radius between R1 and R2, and b equals to 0 for greater than R2. If we want to calculate phi, then phi equals to double integration over d phi, double integration over b dot ds, as the direction of b is along phi cap direction and the area vector ds is also along phi cap direction, then b dot ds becomes b ds. And this integral becomes this. R varies from R1 to R2 and L varies from 0 to L. So there are two variables dr and dl. This integral becomes mu 0 I by 2 pi, dr by r becomes ln r, and integration over dl becomes L. So the integral becomes mu 0 I L by 2 pi ln R2 by R1, putting the values of the limits. So the self-inductance L is calculated from this formula, L equals to phi by I. So here L gets cancelled, mu 0 I by 2 pi ln R2 by R1, this one. And if you want to calculate the self-inductance per unit length, then this L gets eliminated. So the value becomes mu 0 by 2 pi ln R2 by R1. Putting the values of mu 0 as 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7, we get the value of self-inductance per unit length as 1.39 into 10 to the power minus 7 Henry per meter. Okay.